Let's discuss the importance of negotiation. Every day, when someone tells themselves either I want something or I need something, they're probably beginning a negotiation, oftentimes without even realizing it. So, talk to us about the relevance here, Chris.
Yeah, well, the most dangerous negotiation is the one you don't know you're in. And as you just said, if the words I want or I need are either in your head or coming across your lips, you are in fact in a negotiation. You're saying it to somebody you're trying to get some cooperation from. If you get good long-term view, you want to at least preserve the relationship. You don't want it to get any worse than it is, because they're always going to have a chance to bite you back if you hurt the relationship. So yeah, negotiation and everything.
Well, I'm glad you really mentioned about the outcome beginning with the end in mind, because as you set the table for a negotiation, I really think you want to come from the standpoint of win-win, right? We can both win in this negotiation because no one wants to be labeled as some bulldog negotiator or a selfish guy or, oh, that woman burns me in negotiations all the time. Or you don't want to get that, oh yeah, he's great at doing what's good for him. Those are the type of things that you don't want to sour the relationship.
Yeah, well, let me add some thoughts to two things you brought up, beginning with the end in mind and also win-win. So beginning with the end in mind, that's a good idea, but never be so sure of what you want that you wouldn't take something better. So if you're too focused in goal, what that also means is you have tunnel vision and you're going to miss better deals. Now, as human beings, we feel very unsettled, very disruptive if we proceed in a very Zen-like fashion where I don't know where this is going to go. I'm open to anything. Most people can't do that. Most people need to have an end goal in mind to fix them. And that's good as long as your goal is to exceed that end. Then you're not constrained by that goal. So beginning with the end in mind is a human nature issue. And it's one of the interesting points when we wrote Never Split the Difference. Tal says, all right, so what are we going to tell people about goal setting? And we said, don't set a goal. And Tal's a genius dude. He's very analytical, knows human nature. He's like, hold on. You can't do that. Maybe you guys do that. But regular human beings got to have a goal. Your goal is to exceed your goal. I mean, you got to keep an open mind and you got to understand that if you're really focused on a goal, you got tunnel vision. All right, so that was the first point. Now, the other point that I want to talk about, use the term win-win. We don't use that terminology, although in point of fact, it's what we're talking about. Why don't we use that terminology? What stops us from it? Well, somebody who utters the words win-win in the first 60 seconds of a negotiation, I know is trying to pick my pocket. That is a dead giveaway, red herring sign. Somebody says, let's do a win-win deal. What they really mean is I win, you lose. I'm going to make sure I win. So the concept I'm very supportive of, because if you leave the other side feeling like they lost, they are going to find a way to hurt you. Now, the articulation of it has become a dead giveaway for somebody's trying to pick my pocket, which is why we avoid the terminology, because I know right away, somebody says win-win, what they're going to do. You're going to high anchor. You're not going to expect to stop there. You're going to want to split the difference, meet in the middle, which is where you want to be the whole time. That works on the average negotiator. On the A players, they smell it a mile away.
When it comes to beginning with the end in mind, yeah, I think you're helping us remember something important and something critical, and that is don't see your best or your only outcome as something that's too narrow, or you could very well end up being disappointed or not getting what's ultimately best for you both.
Yeah, keep an open mind. There's always a better deal, always. I can explain to you intellectually why that's true. I can explain it to anybody. A lot of people are like, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. I know what the deal is. The other side is always holding back something that could benefit. Always. They always have hidden cards. Tell me a negotiation you were in where you didn't have hidden cards. Yeah, of course. I got deadlines, I got pressures, I got desires, I got all sorts of stuff that would open me up emotionally. Of course I got hidden cards. Well, if you do, they do. So there's something they could do that you don't know about that could make the deal better, no matter how cut and dried you see it, which is why being wedded to an outcome can limit your thinking.